Welcome to our channel. In today's video, we're diving into a topic that affects us all: happiness. We all strive for a happier life, but sometimes it can feel elusive. That's why we're here to share with you 8 habits that will make your life happier. These practical and proven habits can help you boost your mood, improve your well-being, and bring more joy into your everyday life. So, get ready to take notes and start your journey towards a happier you. Let's get started. Number 1. Self-compassion. Surprisingly, even though we're eager to judge ourselves against others, we frequently fail to treat ourselves with kindness. One idea that doesn't get enough attention is self-compassion. It's about treating oneself with the same compassion and forgiveness as you would a friend. It's about accepting that you are a human being who will make mistakes like everyone else. But here's the surprising part. Being hard on ourselves may appear to be a strategy to drive for change, but it frequently backfires. According to research, self-compassion promotes resilience, drive, and personal growth. Not to mention that it lowers stress and boosts mental health. It sounds like a happiness booster, doesn't it? Begin practicing self-compassion. Celebrate your talents, learn from your failures, and remember that it's fine to be a work in progress. Number 2. Comparing and contrasting. The theory of social comparison is not new. It's a psychological idea that clarifies why we have a propensity to judge ourselves against others. This is how it goes. We measure our own value by comparing ourselves to those in the area around us. Does that sound familiar? Now, this isn't always a negative thing. In fact, there are moments when it inspires us to get better. But when we start contrasting our behind-the-scenes footage with other people's highlight reels, it can get poisonous. Particularly in the era of social media, where everyone appears to have the ideal existence. The worst part is that persistent comparison frequently leads to jealousy, low self-esteem, and discontent. Not exactly a happy-making recipe, is it? It may be time to put your life on hold if you find yourself comparing it to others all the time. Remember that each person's journey is different. Thus, it's acceptable to proceed at your own speed. Number 3. Never-ending pursuit of perfection. Let's discuss perfection, this cunning, subdued conduct that frequently passes for a virtue. It's common knowledge that aiming for excellence is beneficial, isn't it? It indicates that we're top achievers who are devoted and determined. Here's the twist, though. We can be unintentionally depriving ourselves of true enjoyment in our quest for perfection. Why? Because we can never be fully content with what we have or who we are when we're always trying to achieve perfection. We're constantly searching for something greater and better. This never-ending feeling of unhappiness can cause tension, worry, and a sense of failure, none of which are good for pleasure. Instead, work toward development and advancement. Acknowledge that mistakes are normal and accept lessons from them. Being more cheerful and happy is your aim. At times, letting go of the pursuit of flawlessness is an essential phase in that process. Number 4. Living in the present. Consider this. The waves are softly crashing at your feet as the sun sets on an amazing beach. However, you're preoccupied with the email you meant to write before leaving work, rather than enjoying the moment. Do you recognize this? It's simple to become buried in anxiety about the past or the future in our fast-paced existence. However, we frequently lose out on the excitement and beauty of the present moment when we do this. How often do you find yourself living in the moment to the fullest? How often do you find happiness in the little things in life? It may be time to practice mindfulness, which is the ability to be present and involved in whatever you're doing if these questions cause you to pause. Because sometimes the secret to happiness is to find joy in the small things in life rather than striving for greatness. Number 5. Physical well-being. When was the last time you took an energetic walk, or did you prepare a homemade meal? Often in our pursuit of happiness, we ignore the importance of physical health. It may appear unconnected, yet the link between your physical health and your emotional condition is stronger than you realize. Regular exercise, a well-balanced diet, and proper sleep can all help you feel better and have more energy. On the other hand, ignoring your physical health, such as skipping meals, can leave you feeling exhausted and depressed. So if you've been neglecting your physical health, it's time to make a change. Incorporate healthy habits into your daily routine. And remember that taking care of your body is an essential component of cultivating joy and happiness. Number 6, making self-care a priority. And now we get to the hidden action that may be robbing your happiness, failing to prioritize self-care. We frequently equate self-care with luxurious treatments or lavish trips. However, at its core, self-care is about recognizing and satisfying our physical, emotional, and mental needs. It's about taking time for yourself and refreshing. It is about establishing limits and saying no when necessary. Most importantly, it is about realizing that self-care is not a luxury, but rather a necessity. After all, you cannot pour from an empty cup. Prioritizing self-care is essential for fostering pleasure and joy in your life. Number 7, allowing fear to hold you back. I believe we have all been there at some point. We have hopes and aspirations, but fear frequently gets in the way. It's the inner voice that asks, "What if you fail?" Or, "What if you're not good enough?" But here's the thing. Fear is a natural human feeling. It's something we've all experienced. The goal is not to let it dictate our behavior or limit our abilities. So, let's agree. Instead of running away from fear, confront it the next time it arises. Let us remember that it is good to take risks and make mistakes. After all, life is about development and learning, and sometimes letting go of fear is the first step toward a happier, more fulfilling life. Number 8, relationships. Now let's talk straight. Not every person in our lives makes a positive contribution to our well-being. We occasionally keep up with relationships that are more stressful than rewarding. It is because of these linkages that we feel exhausted, anxious, and depressed. The following are indicators of a toxic relationship. There's a lot of drama and tension. You feel devalued or disrespected. You get emotionally spent following conversations. The relationship is one-sided. Take a serious look at your relationships if you're holding on to ones that fit these descriptions. Recall that it's acceptable to cut ties with those who don't contribute to your happiness. Your emotional health ought to come first. Finally, remember that happiness is a journey, not a destination. And it is often the small details that make the biggest difference. Remember that the answer to happiness is not to eliminate every unpleasant facet of our lives, but to cultivate optimism and joy alongside them. Thank you for watching. We hope you found these 8 habits helpful and inspiring for your journey towards greater happiness. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future content. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We'd love to hear how these habits have impacted your life. Stay happy, stay positive, and we'll see you in the next video.